You're listening to a Stand Up New York podcast.
Hey guys, welcome to A Girl's Guide. I'm your host, Chanel Ali. You know what this podcast is. We're offering tips and tools for you to handle all the smoke in your life better, whether it's weed smoke, smoke with a friend, smoke with a boy. Let's clear the smoke. I'm so excited for my guest today. You might know her from Amazon Prime's Leauge of Their Own, from her amazing show that's just clips.
Just clips.
It's just clips. You can't look it up the whole thing. Yeah. We're only going to get bits and pieces. Lil Frex, everybody!
My goodness, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
I brought some Parliament lights if you want to smoke.
I trust your judgment. If you're going to turn me over.
Do you smoke cigs or just weed?
No, I just weed, yeah. But I know you don't smoke weed, right?
I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, I stalked you a little bit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really disappointed me. And at first when I found a video of you saying, like, I don't do weed, you were, like, kind of, like, making a little rap. And I was like, this is, like, joke. It's, like, a satire. Because she's going to smoke with me, probably.
I mean, I would. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight.
Okay!
See, that's how easy it is to get me to do something.
Cut this episode. I got everything I wanted. I'm good to go.
You go, you want a drink? I go, nah. Well, okay.
Well, if you're going to pour it.
Yeah. I mean, you're bringing
I'm not going to waste all this effort. Bring it over here. No, that's awesome. But you've talked about doing other drugs, though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, currently I don't really do any drugs. Although I did get my hands on some shroom chocolate recently.
Oh, yeah. I like shrooms. Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I've never done, like, the real shrooms. I've gone on a trip because it's too joyful. It's too loose.
We're going to add that to the list for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight weed, tomorrow shrooms.
Yes. No, I like shrooms. I like psychedelics, but sparingly. I think like once a month is good for me to have. Even to just a significant trip is how many times we need to reset, you know?
Right. How many times can we look within?
But I wish I could, as freely as I've seen you in your clip show talk about like doing cocaine. I wish I could do that. But as a person of color, it's just you can't admit to it.
Look?
Yeah, I just can't admit to it. Not on a recorded line.
I see. Yeah. Of course, government.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
Right.
But also, interesting about cocaine, I read this online, which is the only credit I'm going to give to it, is that I read it online because I was getting curious. I was reading about Whitney Houston, and they were saying that, yeah, she was doing cocaine, and she technically was under the water. But she didn't just, like, drown. She was so high that her body couldn't tell how hot the water was. And then she just like kind of shut down.
Really? So
yes.
So she passed out from like the heat.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It's almost like her body went into failure from being in such hot water. And because she was so relaxed and so high, she just relaxed into it. And that really scared me because I love a nice jacuzzi tub.
Who does not?
And a party. I love it.
I love a solo bath. I love any type of jacuzzi.
I immediately, when I read it, I had a flashback to one of my birthdays in a hotel room with a very cute boy. And I thought, we were very relaxed in that hot tub.
Isn't that interesting?
We were
What, did he put a little Epsom salt in
I was like,
it was very relaxing.
I even remember getting out being like, whoa, I'm just like, I think I need a minute. But now I feel like we were close. You know, we were getting close.
I mean, look, listen, Whitney, that's fucked up. She died from a fire burning within.
Oh yeah, I blame a lot of people, but yeah, I wish she had a closer circle around her. I try to pay attention to stuff like that so we don't fall into I'm not gonna do drugs like that ever again and get into a hot tub.
Right.
Because
I'm never gonna become so successful.
No,
that's my plan. That's my plan.
We can't pull the success out of it. That's not the option. You have to get it and then manage the bad things.
That only happens to successful people.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I refuse to fall victim.
People always ask me about my career, like what I want, and I always say we're like, let's say we were out at a restaurant right now. Yeah. I would say I want to get to the point in my restaurant or in my career where this is uncomfortable, us being at a restaurant, you know? And it's not because I want to be uncomfortable. It's because the thing that I want, I know is only accompanied with that as well. And so by me trying to be like realistic and go into it with that thing, like, oh yeah, people are not going to let you chill.
Uncomfortable because of your fame.
Yes, because you're going to be like a household name. You're going to be this like full-fledged entertainer, this multi-hyphenate. Do people say that to you all the time?
Of course.
I'm sick of it.
And we go, let's look that up. What does
Content,
that mean?
multi-hyphenate. It's all these
multimedia.
All these words, yeah. So congratulations on Leauge of Their Own. Is that like your first real like acting?
My first like real acting thing, yeah.
Girl, you better come on.
I'm trying to do it. I know. And I got it off Instagram. So that just keep going.
I also got one of my first TV opportunities off of Instagram. A guy saw me at a stupid show in Brooklyn, and he was a producer of a show, and yeah, I just sent him a
That's like
tape.
That's the way everything is going. It's all gonna come from the DMs.
Wow. So did
Reps
you
are
audition
great,
though?
but I did audition
On Zoom or in real life?
on Zoom. I've never done a real life audition.
Never.
So since I did that, I've been auditioning a ton because I'm like, oh, I want to do this.
Of course, yeah.
So fun.
I like acting. I think it's pretty interesting for a comedic person to like switch into it because we're often so rooted in like the very raw real, and then we suddenly have to put on, but in a real way. So it's just like I feel my brain is very challenged in a way that I really enjoy, you know?
Also, it's kind of a relief in a way because it's like we have to do so much that's self-generated. And just to do someone else's thing and be like, I'm here to fulfill your vision.
Like I totally
really
know.
enjoyed that. I'm here to like fulfill your vision.
Yeah. Like
I
I
get
get
like the best person for your thing.
like I get who you are and I'm gonna be that.
Yeah. Fantastic. It was a great feeling.
No, I love
It was
that.
so fun.
So you auditioned one time or twice?
I auditioned, I sent a tape and then I did a callback.
Nice.
Yeah, and that was that.
When you think about like time and space,
Wow.
do you worry that you came here in a time machine and you were like one of those League of Their Own ladies from way back in the day?
I could have been. I feel like I have the look.
Because like
I have
even
the
your
vibe.
voice, even doesn't it ever feel like sometimes
Totally.
things
I
are
have to wear
so
this coat.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who like
Like with
I feel divorcee, you know,
Yes.
and it's suspicious circumstances.
Yes. There's a death.
But
Many people blame me.
Was it far for you? Because you're like sportsy. You like
I'm not.
no.
No,
I
people
thought you
think
did
I
like
am.
the soccer podcast. You sound like you're
Oh,
talking
because
about some shit.
I just got into that shit.
Okay, nice. You got
I
prepared.
loved it. No, I
Yes.
just like love the World Cup.
Okay, so was it hard for you to step out and be like, I'm gonna be a semi-professional baseball player in this film?
No, because you have to remember it's all fake.
Oh,
You
so
go-
they didn't have y'all doing nothing.
Oh no,
to...
we did.
Oh, exactly. I'm
But
like,
I
I
mean-
know they had you doing some drills.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course we did drills and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I mean, just like in general, like TV is fake, so you could be anything.
Tell the
we
kids.
could be wrestlers.
Tell the babies out there.
We could get cast as wrestlers. And we could just be like, yeah, we could be wrestlers.
Yeah, and we'll catch it shot by shot.
Yeah.
Throwing each
We could
other
be
around.
murderers, we could be.
There's no rules.
Any other thing.
But I was in I was background for Marvelous Miss Maisel.
How was that? Like they
Smoky.
costumed
It was
you.
very smoky, but it was cool because Wanda Sykes played Mom's Mabley in that scene,
yeah.
and that like brought me to tears. Nobody else cared, but I was there like, wow, comedy, black girl inception.
She's like the original.
Amazing.
Yeah.
At the Apollo, it was an incredible scene. But also, I had to wear all of those timely pieces. So did you have to wear like a girdle?
It wasn't.
And-
It was like a. What do you call it? It looks like a nightgown, but it goes under your clothes, like a slip.
Yeah, slip.
And then like really uncomfortable bras, like
Like pointy Madonna, like,
bras,
yeah.
And then you do see how like the female form gets that shape. You
Absolutely.
go, oh, I see what's going on.
We've
here.
been breeding it
I go,
into.
I'm like, why do I walk around all day looking like a board? And I go, I see what's
I
going
don't
on
have my
here.
girdle
they got
on.
pointy shit. And they got
I-
all this shit.
When I first put on the girdle and I felt very uncomfortable, and they had like tights on underneath and a very tight dress. But when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I'm gonna get a girdle.
I mean, I'm not
after
minding
this.
this silhouette.
I had to give it
doesn't
back
bother
to
me.
them, you know.
Yeah.
Did you have a stand-in?
No, I didn't.
I'm all about that. I
Really?
stand in for sometimes for people on
Oh,
TV
you are the
shows.
stand-
Yeah,
oh, that's fun.
I've stood in for Phoebe Robinson.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just talk just like her. Hey guys, that's how she says it.
I think she's on the show I'm doing tonight.
Oh, dope,
Yeah, no,
nice. She's not probably gonna say hi to you, but
no, definitely not.
she's gonna be like Lil Frex. I don't think so.
Yeah, not
I
today, not
wouldn't.
today, little friend.
Better go up right before her. But this is something I used to do to hustle to get, especially lady comics, to stay in the room when I wanted them to see me. Is I would wait until I thought they were about to leave, and then I'd say, "Hey, can you hold my purse? Because I'm about to go up and I don't want to leave it." And then
Sneaky bitch.
I just walk away. I wouldn't even wait for them to say yes or no. I just put it there and make it their responsibility. And a lot of times I did it because I would be on a show with a female comedian who had much more success than me and a lot more accolades. But I knew that if she saw me, she would start putting me in the conversation more because she would respect
Yes.
it. But you can't always make people sit, you know?
That's really smart and really like you have a plan.
I
And
mean,
respect
I
that.
would say that I'm a hustler in most
Yeah. Oh, I can tell
sense.
just from what I mean. I follow on the gram. I know what's going on.
You know what's up? We're getting this cash.
We're here, there, and everywhere.
But also with auditioning, I used to hustle because I don't have very good vision. Like I wear these crazy contacts, but I can't wear them every day because it drives me crazy. And back in the day when we used to audition, like in real life, they would have cue cards. We would show up and they would be like, read the line. I'd be like, I can't see that. So when I walked in and I would see and like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to read this, I would say, oh, can you get me a tissue? My nose is running. And I would like make sure there was no tissues in there. And the guy would always have to acquiesce. He'd always have to say, yeah, sure, I'll be right back. And then I'd memorize it and just try to like put it in here and make it seem like I was going to read it. But yeah, I would hustle whatever I had to do just to get a second to breathe and take in, because I feel like sometimes they, especially as a comedic performer, they're asking you to act and create something in a tiny little vacuum really quickly. And I'm like, I didn't know before 24 hours ago that this person in this universe existed. Right. And now you want me to just jump right into it. Give me a second to breathe and read these lines, you know?
Right. That's what they say. I feel like I've heard that advice given, kind of what you're saying is you own the room. You walk in, you take a minute.
Yeah.
You ask for a tissue.
I'm not going to let them force me.
You ask someone how the mother's doing.
Because I always think about what the reviews are going to say. And the reviews are not going to say, she wasn't directed well. The producer didn't light her appropriately. Like, it's going to be, she sucked. Right. She wasn't very good. So I'm like, yo, whatever I have to do to get, I also call it Beyonce mode. Like, whatever I have to do to get the thing I need to do, I'm going to ask for it every time.
That's inspirational.
Yeah. And if they say no, I'll be like, no. You just say it back at them.
You take that no and you make it a yes.
What? No, he says.
Wow.
No.
That is very inspirational. I respect that drive.
Thank you so much. Did you stay in a lot of hotels while you were filming?
I stayed in one hotel for like 3 weeks, and then I moved into an Italian restaurant.
And you just planted yourself there.
No, I did. I moved into an apartment above an Italian restaurant.
Where was that at?
In Pittsburgh.
Oh, is that where you guys were filming?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
they picked that, or you were like...
I had to find a spot.
And how'd you find that?
I picked it. Like my cousin's buddy owned the restaurant.
Put out the pasta symbol.
I put it out. I sent up the fettuccine sign. And then...
So who has it?
And so I lived there, which I loved, because I love eating.
You like going downstairs?
I would go sit down. I was making money at the time. Tipping good. I'm just like, let me get a couple of apps,
especially
and a couple of entrees.
In New York City, nothing makes me feel like I'm doing better in life than when I can take myself to a nice restaurant and have some pasta.
Of course.
I'm just like, you're
pasta
killing
as
it.
an app. Plus an entree.
Yes. Or just two equally sized big entrees.
You're speaking my language. So to me, like, that's what drives me.
Yes, that's success.
It's like, I feel like I'm kind of simple in that way. Like, I don't really want to be like, well, let me not. I was going to be like, I don't need to be like the biggest, whatever. But if that's what's coming from me, I'll take
yourself.
It. Yeah.
We can get a personal chef,
But as far as what I enjoy or like what, I'm just like, I just want to be able to go out to eat. Yeah. Take an Uber.
Nice. Do you do anything to maintain when you're staying in hotels? Because I stay in hotels a lot.
Like stretching and shit?
Yeah, just like mental health wise. Like I often will try to keep my hotel room tidy.
Oh, always. I don't understand this messy hotel.
Yeah, because I feel like that, especially if let's say I go out after a show and I party, if I wake up and my hotel room is crazy, I really feel like I could have literally made $1,000 the night before off selling merch and having a good comedy night. I feel crazy. Like my life is in
nothing.
Like in Selena, when she's mad at the boyfriend. Do you remember it? Do you remember? Okay, so in Selena, she starts dating her drummer. Wait, guitarist.
Okay.
Chris.
Is that who popped her?
No.
Who killed her? Her fan.
One of her managers. One of her managers. Yeah, one of her little.
Always come for you.
I know, right? I should get the percentage. I should get the percentage. But he messes up one of their hotel rooms on tour one night because he's like a rock star and he's trying to transition into this like Tejano music. He's trying to like be supportive, but he's like, I'm a rock star, lady. And she's like, Chris, this is not who you are. You're tearing up curtains and throwing pillows. And I'm like, that's. And
he's like, this is exactly.
He's like, I always do this when you're not here. I don't know what you're expecting of me.
I always think of that. Clothes away.
Yeah,
I put the clothes in the drawer. I do.
I don't know if I put them in the drawer, but I'll hang up a good amount.
Oh, hang them up, of course.
If they require hanger.
Toiletries.
Yes. I like to take a washcloth and really line up.
Yes!
Yes! That makes me feel so much better when I go to like put on my makeup, like my station is set and this is my
with
space.
With the washcloth, so cute.
With the washcloth to keep it steady.
And then the washcloth for the toothbrush. Separate washcloth.
Yes.
Just for the toothbrush, the toothpaste.
Yes.
Yes.
See, have you ever thought about this though? The things that you do to like maintain when you're on the road. Okay, where she's like, I have a whole notebook.
And then also, like, I'll do some stretches. I'll touch my toes.
Yeah, stretch it out.
I'll touch my toes.
If they have a good sized bench, like if it's a good height, I'm like, oh, we're doing step ups, baby.
Yes,
we're doing it. We're gonna get lifted while we're here.
Yep.
Also, obviously, I smoke a lot of weed in hotels.
Yes. Oh, in the hotel room.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's not allowed.
Yeah, that's pushing it. How do you get away with that?
I'm going to give you a couple of tips. Okay. First tip, you have to increase the surface area. So I'm going to open all the drawers, all the closets, pull back all the curtains. We're just going to make as much surface area anywhere for the smoke to go because it needs more space to go settle.
Interesting.
Right. Go up to the fire detector thing, like when you find it and locate it. No. Intimidate it. Start shouting at it. What are you going to do? Tell on me?
Really?
Just get in its face, intimidate it.
Okay.
It's barely real. Doesn't count.
Psychological.
It's really not going to go off of some weed smoke. Trust me, I've tried it.
Yeah.
You want to tip the
staff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Want to leave some tip when you leave because
of course
that's bribery and it's important.
What are you leaving for the maid?
Depends how long I stayed.
True.
If I only stayed a night and I didn't make a mess, which I never do. I'm one of those people that puts all the towels in the same place.
Me too. I put them all in a pot.
I feel so terrible.
Me too. You know what?
You feel me?
Yes, I
Especially
do.
like if I've stayed in a hotel a long time and I'm like, I had like 8 meals delivered and I have 6 bags of trash. Like I'm going to put it all together once. 100%. I want this to be a quick flip over for you.
Yes.
So if I've only stayed a night, I'm going to leave like maybe $5 to $10.
Yeah, I think that's
But if I've stayed a couple days and
20,
if I'm leaving in a hurry
20.
or if I vomited, which I've already cleaned up, but still we know I did.
Yeah, we know you did.
I'm going to leave $30 probably, maybe $50 if I've been there for a while.
Yeah.
Because I know what I did, and I know what she has to do.
You know the energy you brought to the room.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say earlier, I did have a stand-in once because I have one line on a Netflix show.
Okay.
Called Dash and Lily. You guys can look it up. It's a Christmas series.
Look it up.
I don't know what episode I'm on, but I'm amazing in that one line. You'll never forget me. So I was so excited to have my first stand-in, right? So I walk up. I'm like, who's going to be my stand-in? She's going to look just like, she's going to be like twin. It's a white guy with a really big hat on.
Right. The disrespect never stops.
With a really big hat on. Like that was part of the hat for the, because my hair was really big that day. And he was like, for the circumference. And I was like, get out of here, man.
Hysterical.
I don't need to stand in. I don't need to stand in. I've also been on a set with Whoopi Goldberg before, and she didn't let her stand in.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, I'm going to sit here the whole time, and we're going to get this scene done, which I respect. But nobody else was acting like that. They all needed a break.
Everyone loves a stand-in. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if I had one. Now I don't even know.
No.
But I was always putzing around. Like, I'm always available.
Okay, word. So you're in the union, yeah?
The SAG union?
Yes.
Yes, my greatest enemies.
You have serious beef with them?
Serious beef.
Tell me about it.
I mean, not serious beef. I mean, God bless respectfully the union.
I know. This is all we have, right?
I know. Well, I mean, it all started in 1999.
When you were a blue-collar worker.
Let me tell you what happened. So in 1999, they needed children for... to be extras in a medieval. Okay, there was a thing called Cinder Elmo. It was actually kind of progressive. Now I think about it, it was like gender bending very forward. Like Elmo was Cinderella, and Kerry Russell from Felicity, if you remember that show, was like the prince, but the princess.
That sounds vaguely familiar, but also I'm not sure you didn't just implant it in my brain. But continue.
Well, yes. So I was just standing in the background, and there's like I found it on YouTube. I am staring. There, you could just see me like this, staring directly in the camera.
You found it on YouTube?
Gown. Yeah, I'll show it to you later.
I'll need it.
And great. So that happens in 1999. We never think of it again. Extra work, whatever.
But this is something your parents signed you up for?
No, it was a family friend at that time was on the crew. On the production.
And they just needed people.
Maybe first AD, maybe second. I'm not sure. And so they just needed kids. And we were interested in acting, me and my friend. So we were like, okay.
Nice. So
then we never think about that again, right? Then a few years, like 5 years ago, I'm on Wildin Out.
Oh, man.
And I get a call from them saying, you have to join SAG right now, $3,000, or you can't work tomorrow.
Immediately. I've gotten that call before as well.
Yeah, terrifying. And at that time, I didn't have a credit card. So
yes, yeah.
I had no, and I'm like, it's like,
it's
because you could put it on your credit card and pay it off, but I didn't have one yet at that point in my life.
No.
Anyway.
And I also don't even think that's a great investment to like put that on your credit card. Yeah.
So whatever. So then I go, but how? Because you're supposed to get a certain amount of
times on
times
screen
that you can appear on screen without having to join.
Like a voucher or something like that.
But how is this possible?
Yeah.
Because I did one thing and then I did Wild 'N Out. That's only 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, well, in 1999, you were in a film called Cinder Elmo. And I said, that's my 3rd. Really?
And we audit every 10 years.
And they remembered. 1999.
Oh my gosh.
So then I had to join SAG, which whatever. It is what it is. God bless them. Fantastic union. Happy to be a part of it. But then, so I was $29 short to get my health insurance.
Oh, man.
like a few months ago. I said, what can be done about this? There has to be like a window. They go, there's no window. Nothing can be done.
Oh, like if you just don't do it by this.
So I post, because I used to work in production. So I post like production friends, who's got a show going, let me hop on background.
Oh, yeah.
I just make $29. So I did. I got it. But I'm like, but how is this how you treat the people?
I know, right?
$29.
I don't really understand it. And it's the only union I'm in, so I don't know. I don't want to complain, but it also is like we're actors.
$29. I wasn't happy.
No.
But, now I hope they don't kick me out, but.
I think it'll be fine. Yeah, they're definitely not listening to our creative endeavors.
Plus free speech.
Whatever you think. That don't apply to us. No, I'm also in SAG, and it's, I'm just not sure.
About what?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to use it for other than convincing somebody that I'm semi-accredited in the world of acting. I'm just not sure what else it's for.
You don't use it for anything.
Yeah, it's just a card,
Absolutely
right?
Nothing. It's just a card.
Yeah.
I mean, health insurance is good.
It's good?
It's okay.
Okay.
Medicaid is better.
Yeah, because I think I have Medicaid.
Yeah, Medicaid is fantastic.
Okay, well, I'm not going to switch
Especially
then.
in New York, it's fantastic.
Even just now when you were like $29, I was like, oh, I can't afford it.
Yeah, no, Medicaid, you get everything free. Everything's good. You get your puss check. You get your head checked. You get your pills. You get your dentist. You get your vision.
I love it.
Medicaid's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's good. Especially in New York, I feel like.
Yeah, especially in New York.
I'm happy we went over smoking tips for hotels because now
that needs
one day that'll really help you.
I think the surface area thing is really smart.
I know, right? It's science.
I've never smoked in a cigarette in a hotel.
I had a crazy night one time on tour with a very big name comedian, and I had to wake up his host who was about to miss their flight.
You're gonna say his hoe.
No, his host was like, got really drunk, and the hotel called me, which is crazy. When the hotel phone rings, I always feel like, what? It's bad.
It's like the principal phone ringing.
It's just, it feels like they're gonna be like, Princess Diana died again. Right. Like, it's gonna be the worst news ever. Right. And they were like, oh, can you help us? This guy, he's gonna miss his flight. So I go get a key. I walk in his hotel room, and he's like passed out drunk, and he's been putting out cigarettes on the table, like.
Now that's
like
in
Selena when the boyfriend was partying too hard.
My goodness.
And that made me feel better. I was like, at least I'm not this messy.
Did you get him on the flight?
Yeah, I did get him on the flight, and he did not message me to say thank you the next day, which really pissed me off.
He's probably embarrassed.
He probably didn't remember. I'm not sure if he probably just woke up and was like, I don't even know.
Probably feels terrible.
He went on tour like the next day with like Dave Chappelle, so he's fine. Okay. Do you have any stalkers yet?
Not that I know of. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to have one in Philly.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to come to all my shows, and he would bring a bouquet of flowers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so were you, like, how'd you feel about it? That sounds like benign, but you never know if it could take a turn.
I think the first time you get flowers, you're always like, oh, that's so nice. But then it was always accompanied by like, can I walk you home?
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, no. And then just showing up over and over again to me was very like, okay, I don't even think this is about me, you know?
Right, what's going on?
It's the thing for you.
So you left Philly, so.
I left Philly, but then he really got upset because one day I was staying somewhere else and he had given me some flowers. And I would always take them. You know, I would thank him. Right. I was cordial. And so I took them one day and I was staying at a friend's house. And so I gave the flowers to my friend's girlfriend. And she posted the flowers online. He saw, the stalker saw it.
Disrespected him.
Disrespectful.
He disrespected him.
He was like, you're sitting there laughing about me, just cackling with these flowers. And I was like, what type of party is that you think ladies are getting together to laugh at flowers and you, and she really liked them, and I thought other than throwing them away because I was about to go on the road, so I couldn't take them. I was like, this is a nice thing, but no.
Wow.
He was pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You disrespected him. I'm on his side.
Yeah, obviously. I don't know why I scratched that off the list.
I have a thing where sometimes I don't realize that anybody would ever know who I am, and then I am like always surprised. Like, I'll be honest. I'm a mess in the streets. Like in my neighborhood, I'm a mess.
What does that mean? Like you look crazy?
I look crazy.
Like
crazy.
They're like, this is 80-year-old lady shuffling down.
I got a sandwich. I'm like dressed in sweats.
Yeah.
Got this, who knows what's going on?
See, this is why I asked you about the time machine thing, because I get that vibe off you.
Oh yeah, I'm a mess. I'm like Greg
I think
Gardens.
you've done this before.
Probably we're working through some things from last time.
Second go around.
But I was having a fight with, like, I had a fight and I was upset, and I was kind of teared up. I was wearing sunglasses and I was just going for a walk. I think I was wearing like short shorts, like the hoodie or whatever.
Yeah.
And then someone goes, "Hey, love your video!"
Oh my goodness.
And immediately I turn around and I go, hey, thank you. I turn it on.
You were turning on, fix it.
Probably watch how I'm out in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
I worked a shift at the bar that I worked at. Like I haven't worked for a year or so. But I went back just for, for fun. I walked within 3 minutes, my first pass through the dining room. I can't believe you're here right now. Go take a picture.
That's crazy.
And then I go, oh my God. Yeah, I forget that anybody would recognize me from anything.
Mm-hmm.
It
is
fun.
It's fun, but it's also like it takes a while to get used to it.
Yeah.
And also you never get used to it.
Yeah.
Because people always say, like, I always think you're never going to surprise me. And they do. They say crazy things.
Right. What do they say to you?
Or I don't want to bring it up, but sometimes sometimes they just see right through you. So are you dating?
I'm in a long-term relationship.
Oh, hell yeah!
I've been for like 7 years.
Talk shit. Yeah. You're killing it.
I mean, listen. Well, 7 years is a loose time frame.
It doesn't matter.
It could
After
be
the pandemic,
3 to 7 years.
It all got fuzzy.
The time frame. 3 to 7. You don't know what happens in those middle years.
Earlier when I was talking about surface area, I know I sounded smart, but now I'm confused by your math. But no, that's fun. So you don't have to worry. See, I can't tell you how many times I've had 2 guys show up at my show.
Oh, okay.
To support me.
So what do you do?
I stay calm always. Mm-hmm. I just immediately, when I see, because obviously something happens where I know it's going to happen. Like one of them texts me like, surprise! Or I walk in and one of them's like, hey, he's giving me the wave like, hey, come over here. And I'm like, oh, here we go. So I shut down. I stay very calm. I greet them or both of them. Seat them far from each other.
Now, what is the level of, like, is this a crush? Someone you're kind of like,
I would
liaising with? Or
I would say like dating casually, definitely not like committed relationships. Like I'm not
maybe
cheating.
You've hooked up and maybe you've gone
maybe we've hooked up
okay.
or we're starting to date. We're starting to get to know each other. And I feel like guys always feel like that's very romantic to them. I don't know why they think showing up to my job is romantic, but it's also like a sign that they don't really respect my job. And so they show up and they're like, she'll love this. And I'm like, oh great, I'm here with this guy.
Yeah.
So welcome to both of you. But yeah, I just stay calm, seat them as far as possible, and then really just decide who I'm going to have the most fun with.
Okay.
And then...
How do you decide that? A vibe.
Yeah, vibe, energy.
A butterfly?
Car type. No, not car type.
Net worth.
Do they have heated seats? Because you can have a heated seat in an old car.
Yeah,
if it still heats up.
Yeah, you could.
Because
in an old Volvo.
Trust you me. I'm one of those girls who dates guys whose cars break down.
Now, how many guys with cars are you getting in New York City? This must be a Philly.
So many.
Really? Okay.
I really care about that.
Outer borough boys.
I'm getting guys who make bad financial decisions in the city.
Okay.
Yeah, because now they have a car and they can't park it. But
honestly,
I usually find them.
Street parking, alternate side is part of the culture.
I think a lot of them have like families that are rooted in New York, so they have like an old house with a driveway. Yeah, there's a loose car.
Everywhere.
But yeah, one of my tips is that I keep an AARP card.
Okay. Yeah,
so you can get that. They think it's for old people, but you can get that when you're young.
Really?
And as a young lady, it gives you road club for like $6 a month. So I don't even have a car.
So what do you get from the card?
Anything. If I'm with a guy and he locks his keys in the car, I can call them.
You call AARP.
If he runs out of gas, they'll come bring us enough gas.
Really?
Yeah. Flat tire, anything that's like not like they have to fix the car. They're gonna get you moving, or they'll tow it. They'll just tow it.
Right.
And I've used almost every aspect of that card.
And you pay $6 a month.
Yeah.
That's what you bring to the table.
AARP.
He brings the car, you bring the service.
I will say it is very satisfying when you're in a car with a guy and he's like, oh, it just like exploded. Everything's crazy. And you're like, don't worry, I'm going to call another guy and he's going to fix it.
Yeah, because you can't handle this clearly.
And then you just put the radio up.
Because you're a punk bitch.
And then it starts to rain. And then they're so quiet.
Wow. I'm impressed, though.
So your boyfriend doesn't have a car?
No. I mean, we have, like, but because being from local, we have, like, my mom lives in Queens, so I have access. Like, if I needed a car, I could.
Talk shit. Tell everybody.
Yeah, I will. I have access to a car.
Well, I've been dating, and I got catfished.
Really? How bad? What's the damage?
It didn't cost me anything other than, like, I was annoyed, but I matched with this guy. His profile said he was 6'2".
Okay.
We started texting. He volunteered the information. Oh, I'm 6'2". How tall are you? We got on the phone. I could hear 5'9" in his voice.
Okay.
You know, it's like, I think as a comedian, we can recognize tonalities.
Yes.
Right?
Height by tone, yeah.
And because we also act, we know inflection. We know when it's real. So when I heard this guy's voice, I was like, oh, this is a black man?
Wow.
But this is not that black man.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so I was suspicious as soon as he said hello.
Right.
I was like, no, not the guy.
He said hello.
I can't.
Hello.
Hello.
Heidi ho.
It was just like, I'm not that big. I don't even know how to do it.
Ho.
Just wasn't. I was like, I like.
Now, how important is height to you? Obviously important.
It's not that important, but lying.
Right. Honesty.
Lying
Honesty is important.
Thinking I might be stupid and you could maybe, because I'm gonna measure you, and it's crazy to lie about that. But then also he started just being weird, and he was like, oh, I'm in the military. And I have all these confidential documents around, so I can't FaceTime. And I was like, catfish.
Wow.
But yeah, that was like 2 weeks.
Confidential documents.
This guy was texting me for 2 weeks, day in and day out.
Interesting. So you never met up?
No, never met up. Because like immediately when he said hello, I was like, no, this is not that guy.
What apps are you on? Is this from
Hinge.
Is it good? What's going on with Raya? Let's talk about Raya.
Yo, I'm actually about to get on there. No, yeah, I'm about to.
You're popping.
But all of my friends who are popping and are on there are very sad.
Because of Raya, or just because of
whenever they bring it up, it's not happy.
Really?
Yeah, it feels like it's like a circle jerk where they're hurting each other.
Too many DJs.
I'm gonna try it though.
Yeah,
I heard wasn't like Ben Affleck on there for a while?
Probably. You could date the creative director of Supreme, probably. Someone's got to be on there. I don't know.
How do you know that I like him?
I don't know. You could date the creative director of, I don't know. I feel like a lot of creative directors.
All I want is a creative director. I'm happy you know me already.
Yeah.
You know what else is hard? Being authentic and dating.
Yeah, it is.
It's really difficult. And I think also in my friendships and all my relationships,
just in life,
I just demand authenticity from people.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, especially if they've gotten so good at like pretending for so long, they're just very intimidated by that. They're like, oh, Chanel doesn't let me just say anything.
Right.
I can't just say anything.
It sucks to not be able to just say any kind of nonsense.
She sometimes if I say something to her and then I say something else that doesn't align with that, she calls me on it.
Listen, being authentic is hard. I think when people I think it comes from a good place. Like if someone's being a little fake with you, it's because they want you to like them, and they're want to give you what they want, what they think you want. Yeah,
they're like, don't you like this caricature of me? Isn't this fun?
Yeah.
And I'm like, not as fun as you think, bitch.
I know.
It's not. You're actually a little loud.
You're a little annoying.
I'm a little embarrassed at how much of a scene you're making in this bar.
You're speaking to me on the train. I don't allow people to speak to me on the train. Like, if I'm with friends, I go, don't speak to me for this train ride.
Sometimes people walk up to me and they do this motion where they're like, take your headphones out.
Oh, strangers?
Talk to, and I'm always like, no.
Oh, I'll talk to a stranger before I would talk to a friend on the train.
I have too friendly of a face. They're just.
Well, okay, but if you're on the, let's say we took the train after this.
Yeah.
And I started chit-chatting to you.
Yeah.
You're not cringing at that?
Chit-chatting?
Yeah, if I'm chit-chatting to you on the train.
Just you and me? Or?
Yeah.
No.
Like if you start chit-chatting, I'm cringing. I don't know why.
I don't talk to you?
It just seems like on the train, it just seems like
it does feel awkward.
You're supposed to understand that this is a solitary, quiet space.
It's a public space, yes, and I don't like that. People I could hear
carrying on.
Yeah,
like
I don't want to
hear.
No
one's around. I'm disgusted.
No, I don't like that. I don't want to hear that.
I'm dying inside.
Yeah, and also I took a Southwest flight the other night. Not my idea. Somebody else bought it for me. They apparently do this thing where the stewardess like to really make jokes on the mic.
I like that.
Like you know how like people have always done that, but they were doing it like it was part of their job.
Right.
And I was dying, like not laughing. I was melting into because the way that people kept laughing and how it was not funny was killing me. You. Like when we landed, the guy was like, "Whoa, Nelly!"
And this is a paid employee of their. Yeah, you can't have that.
And people laughed, and I thought, offensive to my career and everything I've done in my life.
Also, I don't trust the safety of the plane with this type of shenanigans going on.
Exactly, sir. Fake horsing. Okay, before we get out of here, I want to play a game where it's like we're gonna just make up lines for how to say we've had enough. Okay, so you don't smoke weed, but let's pretend you were gonna smoke weed, and we're smoking weed or we're drinking, whatever it is, whatever substance we're passing, and I'm gonna pass you one, and you don't want any more. Okay, so you pass me, and I'll go first.
Okay.
So you try to pass it to me. I'm gonna stay right here where I'm at. I'm good right here where I'm at. You ready?
Yeah. I'm shot, bro. Too shot, bro. Bro, I'm shot.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. I don't want to get my fingerprints on the ceiling. I don't want to. They're going to charge us. You know, they charge us when we float. I don't want to.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Can't pay for this.
You can't afford it?
Can't afford that.
I told you to bring cash.
I don't have an ATM card.
Lame.
I left it in my bowling bag.
The ATM card. Okay, wait. I don't trust your lips.
You shouldn't. I have herpes 1.
Oh, and that's the end of the game. That was pretty good for somebody who doesn't smoke weed anymore.
That was fun.
That's also one of my punchlines for one of my jokes, where I just make that sound.
I love that. I love doing this on stage.
Yeah.
Smoking a stick.
That's when I was a little girl and I wanted to become an actress. There was only 2 roles that I really want. One was the lady who comes home from work and throws her keys down.
Of course.
I really wanted that one. It goes to the mail and it checks the messages. The second was the lady who was
checks and puts the answering machine on.
Doesn't
even happen anymore. Yeah.
Message. She goes, mom again.
Yeah.
And the second role was the lady getting interrogated who asked for a light.
I like that.
Can you light my? And I'll answer your question.
Yeah, I saw what happened. I'm not gonna fucking tell you.
Bobby's got a lot of enemies.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. It's always good to me. Lil Frex, you're so fun. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hell yeah. Tell people where they can follow you, find you, what you got coming up.
Here's what you should do. Listen to me very closely. You need to follow me on Instagram at LILFREXXX. It sounds like it's going to be a sexy Instagram account, but it's not.
I click on it every time. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers to Girls Guide. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I appreciate you. Keep having fun. Say no when you've had enough. And stay girly. Bye.
Bye, girls. Love you.